Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Jan Michael here. So how about them Oscars? That's quite a show. What the fuck? So the Oscars just happened, and boy did they happen. I'm actually sharing the exact same opinion that a lot of people online have, in that they were boring as fuck this year. But I'm not gonna 100% blame the Academy for that. I mean, they still kind of had to follow regulations, or whatever their version of that meant. So, of course, that meant they couldn't do big, like, opening acts. They couldn't do the songs, instead relegating that to the pre-show. But there are a couple of things that just, like, baffled me. Like, they didn't do a lot of clips of the films themselves, which was really weird because it's not like they completely eliminated that element. There were still points where they still show clips, like in animation, like in Best Picture. So it was really odd that they would cut it off with the other categories, instead deciding that they were going to kind of talk about the nominees and what inspired them and what their first film they went to go see was. And who gives a shit? I don't care what the first movie somebody masturbated to was. This is the fucking Oscars. This is a celebration of films and the works in them. And you needed to use the video footage to make the people that don't quite understand certain topics, like the people watching at home, better understand why these people were nominated. And not everybody understands production design, cinematography, things like that. So when you show that footage, it makes the people at home and the people that don't understand go, oh, okay, I see what they're talking about. Oh, wow, that looks really good. Oh, man, this one looks amazing. But you didn't do that. So, yeah, you fail on that front. And another failure was when it came to their in memoriam section. Of course, they still had their traditional people missing from the roster, but good God, did somebody hit the fast forward button during that moment? Like, there's literally moments where somebody's name would show up, and if you blinked or turned away for a second, you'd miss it. That's like, they'd be gone. And certain people definitely got more time than others, and man, it just felt like, yeah, somebody was fast forwarding it. That is so disrespectful. You guys need to come up with something better. These are people that lived in Hollywood. These are your own people, and you're treating them like fucking shit in terms of honoring them this way. So you need to do something better. Seriously. Anyways, you guys aren't here to hear me rant about the show itself. You want me to talk about the winners, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. I mentioned this in my previous videos, but I was going to record myself in terms of my reactions. I did, but because of my surroundings, people talking, I'm always around family, and they don't have any filter, so I had to I can't use a lot of those clips. I am gonna cut to some of it in terms of the bigger announcements, especially towards the end. So we'll still get my initial shocks and reactions and what the fuck moments, just not with every category. So we're just gonna go through these, what I thought about each character, every category, and we're gonna tally to see how I did in the end. So let's get started, shall we? So the first awards that they ended up giving out were for the screenplays. They started off with the original screenplay, which went to Promising Young Woman. Very well earned, congratulations. That was very well expected and very well deserved, so good on you. The first big surprise, for me anyway, was for their adapted screenplay that came right afterwards. The Father Took It Home, which, great. I've been saying this for a while now, but No Man Land did not need to take this one. It really isn't a movie where the dialogue and the script are really the focus of that film. And I only predicted it because everybody else was predicting it, so I followed suit. So lesson learned for me. But that being said, even though I was wrong, I was glad to be wrong. I'm glad The Father took it. It's that script. Oof, that's a powerful script. So kudos to The Father. I'm very glad that one ended up taking it home. Following that one up, they went with Best International Feature, which, no surprise there, another round ended up taking it home. So far so good. Then we got our first big one of the night, Best Supporting Actor. And as this clip will show you...
And the Oscar goes to Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, this is really the only thing you can do. My man Daniel Kaluuya took it home, so congrats, Daniel. Very well deserved. I'm so glad you got your Oscar. You were amazing in that movie, man. And honestly, just hearing what you ended up doing to get into that role was superb. I loved your speech, by the way, especially embarrassing your mother. Holy crap, that was awesome. Just the embarrassment of it all. They're like, oh no, what's happening? So good on you there. Anyway, moving on, they did the makeup and hairstyling as well as the costume design next. These both went to Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which was expected. The Oscars so far, on track, doing a good job in terms of the awards they're handing out. I'm guessing them right, people at home are guessing them right, everything's going well. But then, they decide to throw out the big curveball. One of the big curveballs of the night. They decide to do Best Director. Why? Well, I want you to remember this. Just remember that Best Director was next. I'm gonna bring it up later on. So pay attention. Anyway, this very obviously went to Chloe Zhao. This wasn't a surprise. Nobody's assholes were tight in the room, especially with me. We're all loose. We knew what was gonna happen. Chloe Zhao, you're gonna take it home. Congratulations. You did a fine job. And yeah, I'm very happy with that one. Anyway, from here on out, we just have a bunch of very obvious wins. Doing really well, so I'm just going to kind of read them off real quick just to kind of get you caught up with everything. Best Sound went to Sound of Metal. Very obvious, well-deserved, good job, Sound of Metal. They moved on to Best Live Action Short. This is one that I thought I might miss, but no, I got it right. Two Distant Strangers took that one home. We then moved on to Best Animated Short. Again, another one I wasn't 100% confident in, but I was doing fantastic. Went to If Anything Happens, I Love You. So killing it so far. Soul followed with Best Animated Feature. No surprise there. Yeah, we're just on a roll here. I'm on a roll here. Best Documentary Feature went to My Octopus Teacher. Although right before that one, we had Best Documentary Short. And this is the one where I ended up stumbling once again. I really wanted A Love Song for Latasha to take it home, just because out of all the ones that I saw, that one's probably the one that impacted me the most. It got me very emotional. But losing out, it instead went to Collect, which is fine. I thought Collect was a good film. But what really makes me excited, and I mentioned this in my predictions, was that fucking Respawn and Oculus, if you want to get technical, they both co-produced the film. And holy shit, this was the first video game companies to ever get any sort of recognition at the Oscars. And for the very first video game companies nominations to then win, that got me pumped. I would have still liked to have seen A Love Song for Latasha take it home, but I just can't hide my excitement that Colette ended up taking it and giving it a win for Respawn and Oculus, and that's so freaking awesome. So yeah, even though I got it wrong here and I would have liked to have seen it go in that other direction, I can't say I was mad. It's still fucking awesome. So congratulations, Respawn, Oculus. What can I say? I'm just fucking elated at this point in time. And things continue on in this matter. We then have Best Visual Effects, which went to Tenet, winning its only Oscar of the night. As I said, just Christopher Nolan, very well respected in the industry, so it would have been weird if that film didn't at least take it here. So from there on, that's when we moved on to the next big one, which was for Best Supporting Actress. Now, this is one of those ones that, It could have been a surprise. Maria Bakalova could have taken it. A lot of people were predicting yuh-jung. Also, people thought maybe Glenn Close would sneak in and steal it. But in the end, Yoon ended up taking it home, and she gave a fantastic speech. I'm so glad she took it. I was buying from her from the very beginning. So, fucking fantastic. Just so far, so good in terms of the awards. I'm ecstatic. I'm on this high. Little did I know it was soon gonna come crashing down. So far we're right on track. Following up, we have another very predictable win with Mank taking home Best Production Design, which was the one that pretty much everyone, myself included, said was the only award Mank was gonna take home. Except, then you had cinematography. And cinematography was on track for Nomadland. But Mank, you sneaky bitch, you came in and you took it. And I get why, you know, I mentioned this a million times in all my videos, but it's the circle jerk production. There's just certain categories that the awards just, they get these stars in their eyes and they get nostalgic and they're like, oh my God, look at that. So I thought Nomadland would have been the better pick here, but fine, Mank wasn't a terrible pick. Although, this is around the time that kind of like these little alarm bells start to kind of go off. Because I start to notice some weird pattern here. A lot of these movies are winning 2 awards. And not just movies, but like, as you'll come to see, a lot of the individual people are winning 2 awards. You got Mank. You got Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And just follow me here because we're about to get quite a bit more here. Anyway, film editing went next. And that one could have either gone to Trial of the Chicago 7 or it could have gone to Sound of Metal. Well, lo and behold, Sound of Metal ended up taking it. Now we have 2 for Sound of Metal. Interesting. Follow me here. From there on, we have Best Original Score, which went to Soul. Very obviously, Soul went and took it. Now Soul has 2. Interesting. Okay, you following me here? Because next we get to our next big one. Best Original Song. Now, for this one, it was really a fight between 2 with a secret hope of an upset from a third one. It was either going to go to Speak Now or EOC. And people were secretly hoping Husavik would take it home. None of the other 2 were in contention. Nobody was talking about it. So what ended up happening? Take a look.
Her, Darcy.
Whoa! Oh my God! Look, they're surprised. They're like, what? We won? They're like, what? Oh my God! It's like not even, it wasn't even one of the leading ones. Like nobody was talking about that one winning.
Oh my God.
Look at that, yeah, they're all like, what? Yeah, see?
This award. I am so grateful.
Holy crap. Yeah, well said, me. So, what does this mean? Well, it now means that Judas and the Black Messiah has 2. You're starting to see the pattern here? Alright, cool. Anyway, now we get to the fun point. What happened next was pretty much, well, fucking take a look. Best Picture.
Thank you. 60 years ago, this October, West
What?
Side Story was released. It would go on to win
Best Picture?
10.
Actress, actor? They're gonna do those last?
Most famously for Best Supporting Actress.
Seriously, just fucking make a compilation of all the YouTubers who were doing reactions of the Oscars. They're all saying the same goddamn thing. The fuck? Why is Best Picture here? It's just one of those things that like throws you for a loop. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Did I miss something? So everybody that I follow that talks about the Oscars, exact same reaction. pretty goddamn funny. But I want you to remember this again. Just like with director, I want you to remember that picture is here. Not the last award, here. So, we have Best Picture. Who ends up taking it home? Very obviously Nomadland. That wasn't a huge surprise, and maybe that's why they decided to do this one next. Obviously, they were saving actress and actor for last, because these were the big awards. Actress, who knew who was going to win? Actor, Chadwick Boseman was there. They probably wanted to go out on a big, high emotional note. I get it. That's probably what they wanted to do. Before we get to that, however, first and foremost, Nomadland, now at 2. But more importantly than that, because that's about to change soon, Chloe Zhao at 2. So, pattern, goddammit. So just check it out. On a personal note, I don't like Nomadland. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think it's a bad film, but I think it is hands down one of the weaker movies amongst the lineup. And I know in terms of the Oscar people, right, I'm in the minority. Heck, even if you look at reviews like Rotten Tomatoes, like it has a really high audience review score. So maybe I'm just alone in general. But I'm going to call it right now. 10 years from now, when we're doing our best of the decade and people are counting down all that stuff, we're going to look back and we're going to be like, oh, Nomadland, that's around the bottom of the pack, or maybe at best middle, depending on who's going to win in the upcoming years. And then the major consensus is going to be like, the fuck were the people back then thinking? Were they just so starved to get out of their house that they had to vote for a movie about leaving and not being rooted to one spot? So that's my prediction right here. Well, we'll find out. Come back in 10 years. You can call me out if I'm wrong, if it's still held in high regards or not. We're on to actors now. The big one. Who was going to take this award home? It could pretty much go to anybody at all. Well, I went to Frances McDormand, which is disappointing to me on 2 levels. First and foremost, just watch.
And the Oscar for Best Actress goes to Frances McDormand.
Oh, man. Fuck! I had Frances at my #1 every single month except for this last one, and I took her off. Because I didn't think, son of a bitch, I should have kept it on there. Oh, I should have stuck to it. That's why I took her off, because I was like, oh, her performance wasn't as amazing as I wanted it to be. Oh, that sucks. Ugh, that hurts. But more so than that, the reason I changed my pick is because after finally having seen Nomadland, I thought Frances McDormand was underwhelming for a big majority of the film. In fact, her real good acting really doesn't start to come around until like the last third of the film. A lot of it is she's just this vessel for us to see this world through. She doesn't really interact that much with the people around her. She's just kind of there and responds to them. Oh, and I guess she shits in a bucket.
Chloe Zhao's masterful direction sweep across the pristine beauty of America most of the time.
Oh, acting. But I felt there were stronger performances. That ultimately is why I changed my pick. Just cause, man, I didn't love her performance as much as everybody else was saying they did. That being said, I get why she won. It's ultimately not a huge disappointment, though, again, slightly disappointed. Because at the very least, though, that last third, she was very good in. So in that regards, I'll give it to her there. But now, we get to actor. And as I said, the way that this was structured was probably to go out on this very big high note where Chadwick Boseman was going to win. His wife, his widow, was going to go up, accept the award. She was going to give this big tear jerker of a speech. And, well, this happened.
And the Academy Award for Actor goes to Anthony Hopkins, the father.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Academy congratulates Anthony Hopkins and accepts.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good. You fucking idiots. I'm talking to you, Academy. You fucking idiots. Could you not see this being a possibility? You couldn't see this being the slightest bit possible. Because from what I get right here, one of two things happened. Either one, you really don't know who's gonna win beforehand. You are serious about not opening that envelope beforehand just to see who's gonna win, and you don't prepare for that. You just prepare for the possibility. In which case you're fucking idiots, because this was always a possibility. Or you did know this was gonna happen and you thought that, holy shit, what a shocker of a twist this was gonna be, and decided to purposely make this the final award to throw everybody for a loop. In which case, not only are you fucking idiots, but you're fucking racist. And you know what? That's not a surprise. You know, the Academy, good. The Academy is still fucking racist. Let me be clear that Anthony Hopkins did the best job last year. Congratulations to you, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Very well deserved. Please don't take this next rant in any way to say you are not deserving of that award. You are very well deserving of that award. You did an amazing job. Congratulations. I'm sorry that they probably woke you up at 5 in the morning over at Wales to congratulate you. I'm sure that would have been annoying. But yeah. Chadwick Boseman's never going to have another shot of winning that Oscar. Really think about that. He's never going to have another shot. He's an actor. Let me talk from my personal experience. I don't typically get sentimental or sad when actors would pass away, because it's life. People pass away, and sometimes it's tragic because people pass away young. You know, sometimes it's their time, things like that. I just don't. I'm not that type of person. I'm sorry. Call me out on that bullshit, but I'm not. There was something, not just with me, but from what I saw of everybody, that when Chadwick passed away, I was stunned. I remember waking up and seeing the news, and I'm just staring at the headlines in disbelief. And so many people had very similar experiences where they're like, what the fuck? Why did this have to happen? Didn't matter if you knew him. Didn't matter if you did. You felt it the same way. This was a talent that was taken away from us way too soon. And he's never going to have a shot at winning an Oscar now. This isn't a matter of, oh, he did a good performance, but it was an amazing performance. This was a deserving performance. This was a deserving performance. You couldn't have given him just the one Oscar. You couldn't have just honored him this one time. This fucking bullshit happens all the time where somebody wins for the not deserved role. You can't do it this one fucking year. So you take this icon and you're like, oh, we'll always remember. You rest in power. All that fucking shit. You're promoting that bullshit, but you cannot give him the award. I'm so disappointed in the voters who voted that way. In the Academy for setting everything up. An Academy, especially because of the way you set everything up. Now, think back to what I said. You chose to put Best Director and Best Picture before these last two categories. So, even if you had the shocker of fucking Chadwick not winning, You could have at least gone out on Best Director. Chloe Zhao, oh shit, awesome. Second female director, first person of color, fucking won. Hey, Nomadland, Chloe Zhao's back up there, fucking awesome. You could have at least gone out on that note, but no, you decided you didn't want to do that. You decided, you know what, we're going to change the norm, we're going to go out that way, and you didn't even think for a second it was possible that Chadwick was going to lose. I am so disappointed. So disappointed. You know, whatever faultiness that you had built up for this award show just came tumbling fucking down during that last second. You've lost a lot of people with this one. I see it. Like, you've lost a lot of people with this one. And it's tough because I love the Academy Awards. I love film. I wanted to be an actor for the longest time. And, you know, like, I always said, if I can't work for the industry, I at least want to work talking about the industry. And this is fun to me. To talk about movies, to talk about the Academy. I love that stuff. I love, you know, there's just something so amazing about being handed an award for something that you love doing and being told, hey, you know that thing that you love to do, that thing that you're really good at? Well, we think that you're the best at it than anybody else this year. That's an amazing feeling. I can't even imagine that feeling. And it's moments like this that I'm so ashamed that this is something that I love. It's really heartbreaking, you know, and it's not something I say very often, but it's true. It's very heartbreaking. Please do better. I'm not fucking around. I'm not joking or anything like that. Do better. You need to fucking tear it down and build it again from the bottom. Stone by stone. Tear the goddamn whole establishment down. Start again. Because I don't accept this. I don't accept the way that you set this whole show up. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. It is truly heartbreaking. I'm not gonna say anything more. That's literally, like, I didn't prepare for this. This is literally me ranting. I didn't even know what I was gonna say. This is all coming straight from me right here, right now. No monologue, no fucking shit prepared. This is me speaking from the heart. Do better. For those of you who are sticking around, you know, Academy Awards season's already, it's always fucking in full swing. There's always movies coming out. There's always things to talk about. So I will be back to talk about the next films, about the next possible nominations. So I hope you guys join me for that, if you're still around. Until then, guys, please stay safe out there. Love each other. You know, have empathy for one another. That's one thing that we're severely missing in the world, is empathy for one another. And signing off. Have a good one.